4-6, including a couple of wins in the 2 matchups last year. But the Big 12, a great league this year, the top 5 especially. Look like there are going to be some battles in this league, and we are underway with Kyler Edwards controlling the tip for the Red Raiders. Sometimes an overused word, but we sat here yesterday at practice and marveled at it and talked about it as McClung knocks down the 3. There's the Georgetown transfer.
Offense against this Kansas defense. The first several times down, they really didn't get the shot they wanted.
Step back jumper for Ochai Agbaji.
It's an excellent job defensively against Creighton.
Yeah, 13 or more points in each of the other 6 games. McClung baseline off the glass and good, and he's got an early 5 for the Red Raiders. How much of Chris Beard's offense goes back to his days as an assistant under Bob Knight here?
Quite a bit, except they incorporate far more ball screens. Bob Knight was not a ball screen advocate, but Chris Beard is.
Tyreek Smith with the block, running the floor, and the putback at the other end. Plays at both ends of the court.
Well, he's very athletic and runs the floor hard, and that's what Texas Tech is going to have to do. They've got to get buckets in transition.
To the finish line, we get a great NCAA tournament this year, trying to get games in as often as they can. Agbaji with a quick first step. Jayhawks.
Anytime Abaji's in the corner, you're looking lob, and I think that Texas Tech was worried about taking away the lob in the game for Kansas, even though that you got a big guy in Mitch Lightfoot. He's not as big as McCormick.
Nice drive, and banking it in is Garrett. When you played in the 80s, and you tell me you had stretch 4 written all over you, right?
I would have been a dominant stretch 4. Ivy League Player of the Year. Pleasantly surprised by a player. Kansas has done a pretty good job of playing defense so far without fouling, because Texas Tech shoots a ton of free throws. Big fan of Terrence Shannon. He's going to be an NBA player someday. Good pass.
DeJuan Harris finds Mitch Lightfoot for the bucket.
Rebound, because they're all scrambling around because of the Texas Tech defense.
McClung somehow gets out of the double team, and it'll be a jam for Micah Peavy.
All with the shooters protected.
Garrett trying to shake his defender, lobs it up for McCormick. Kansas by 3. Now we see that smaller lineup, right? The 5 perimeter guys out there for Kansas. A turnover. McClung in transition gets it to go, and he's into double figures with 11.
For jump shots.
Tristan Enaruna as Kansas breaks the pressure, and Grant Foster with a bucket. Gone cold. We expected a defensive struggle with the defensive numbers these teams have put up in the early going. Agbaji with a good look. Harris with the assist. Kansas extends the lead. Burton trying to find some space inside, and he does. Burnett rather. Amari Burnett, the freshman from Chicago, with a much-needed bucket for the Red Raiders. And that was clearly the message from Chris Beard coming out of the timeout. Now they got to get something going. It'll be Shannon for 3. What a shot!
Both teams have to do a better job of setting up their cuts and then cutting hard, back cutting, and making sure they deliver those passes. And Kansas going inside on the first play was, according to Bill Self, Kansas' best player in the preseason. But they thought he was going to be an 18-10 guy. He may still be, especially if he's this active. Fluid post move that he went into right away. That right-hand jump hook over the left shoulder.
He's got 5 points in the first minute of the second half. The answer for McClung. A little bit slow to get up. McClung for 3. Look at the rebound by Smith. Back up and in. Yeah, first time for you being in an arena with fans this year, right?
Yes.
I mean, other than people who are fans of you. Another offensive rebound. This time it's Micah Peavy.
Boy, how about Chris Beard's reaction to that? Peavy just stronger than every Jayhawk in the area. To knock that ball away, and he's really the top shot blocker for Kansas because of that great athleticism. But the offensive glass, they've got the best defensive backboard, and I don't think it's close. Almost an offensive foul by Garrett.
He finds Agbaji, who knocks down a 3, and boy, did Kansas need that. Strong drive and a finish by Shannon, and a chance for 3.
Downhill more than he did last year. Just a straight line drive. That was a big time play.
And Aruna went to the bench. Now Garrett on the drive and lays it in.
Well, how about Marcus Garrett on that pass out, not going for the shot fake of McClung.
How about that shot? Shannon just had to force it up and got it to go. McCormick and Santos Silva playing with 3 fouls. Peavy, turnaround, got it.
Is he feeling confident in his first Big 12 game?
Kansas was down 7. They've got it down to 3 with the ball. A chance to tie. And they do. Agbaji.
Great pass. And that was punishing bad offense by Texas Tech.
Instead, it'll be Harris for 3. How about that? DeJuan Harris knocks down the shot. It's 10. McClung using the screen. Can't get the shot off.
Good decision to drive it.
Shannon beautifully lays it in to tie the game.
An experienced player. But he's got to pass that back out when he's got a guy right behind him if he's not going to make a quick move.
Ochai Agbaji with his 4th 3 of the game. McCormick and Brown playing with 4 fouls for Kansas. Santos Silva for Texas Tech. Shannon buries the 3. What a second half he's having.
They're not getting those slot drives. Nothing straight line.
Wilson's had a quiet night. Drives, cradles, and hits. They give it up to Edwards. They swing to Shannon. Baseline Burton. Got it. Tie game. McCormick. Back to Garrett. Driving and scoring.
It's Garrett, and that was a really strong finish to the left.
10 points, 10 rebounds for Garrett tonight. Shannon again. Got it! Inside to Agbaji to get Kansas the lead.
Boy, ran a little loop action to get the ball to McCormick, and then the second cutter was Agbaji. Beautifully run.
So it comes down to this. Edwards lost it.
Boy, it was a
The
timeout.
timeout was called. A timeout was called by Chris Beard. Shannon, who's had a huge second half. Blocked by Wilson. Wilson has it, and Kansas wins it. Jalen Wilson with an enormous play at the defensive end in the closing seconds. And the Jayhawks beat the Red Raiders by 1 here in Lubbock.